Hey everyone, what is going on? So I have another video for you today in the Summer Cup, and this team was actually recommended to me by my friend Bubblemouse. Now Bubblemouse is an amazing content creator. She streams on Twitch, so I will leave a link to her Twitch in the description down below. And I had a 9-1, and it could have been a 10-0, but I threw the game I lost. Now I'm not saying that to make excuses, but I am saying that to say, well, you know, if you play better than how I did, that's how good this team is. Could have had the 10-0, right? But no, I mean, it was a new team. I haven't played Summer Cup. I rarely played Summer Cup. I think I had like one set before this with a different team that I did well with as well. But yeah, I've been playing Open Great League. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into the battles. The team is going to be triple normal with double in the lead, Diggersby, and Vigorous. So pretty much no matter what's in the lead, you pretty much stay in, right? I mean, you know, you could lose the lead and then bring in Vigorous, get farm, get energy. If you can get shield advantage with double, I would say that's more important than getting switch advantage, right, with this team. So, yeah, I do totally recommend trying this team. If you're watching the stream, you know, I was doing really well despite making some mistakes. And it's okay to make mistakes. You know, I make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and that's okay. But, you know, you learn from them and you continue to grow as a battler. I'm still growing as a battler. Even though I do think I'm really good, I'm still growing as well. And I'm still learning. But, yeah, let's see how these battles play out. We do see this Toxapex come in. And Diggersby, this Diggersby has quick attack. I put Mudshot on the overlay. I'm just so used to the Mudshot Diggersby. That's an error on my end. But no, I have quick attack on Diggersby. And I do like quick attack in this meta. When it comes to double, I have Payback. Bubblemouse recommended Payback for Trevenant. I don't really see. I don't know if apparently she's battled quite a few Trevenants. I don't really see it nowadays in this season. You could run Wild Charge if you want it for like the Flyers, but you know I currently have Payback. But either way, okay, this is a tough team now. Spoiler warning: this is Grass double Flyers, which is really generally bad for me, right? But they don't know I don't have Wild Charge, so I'm going to go ahead and charge up enough and expect a shield from this Pidgeot. I do throw the Body Slam, and I do pick up that shield. Going to go ahead and throw another Body Slam. I don't think my opponent will shield this, but I could still have Wild Charge if they do shield it. That's right. Okay, so again, even if you don't have Wild Charge, you could fake it, right? Your opponent doesn't know you don't have Wild Charge. Gonna take that Feather Dance, and I'm gonna switch into the Vigorous. I really want to get off this Body Slam before another attack comes in, and I'm gonna be able to do so. So I do get off this Body Slam right now. That will connect, and I think I just call this. I'm like, because you don't want to shield a Feather Dance, right? Obviously, if it was a Brave Bird, I would have been fine with shielding that, but you don't want to shield a Feather Dance. But to be honest, that Feather Dance did give me more farm, right? So out comes the Noctowl. Diggersby does struggle against flying types, of course, unless if you have Hyper Beam. I do not. I have Earthquake. But, you know, still, we're still going to be able to take this game. I'm going to be able to throw this Body Slam right now. I'm trying to get to another one. I barely don't make it. That's okay. I can go ahead and bring in my double and go for the Body Slam right now with the double. And this is going to connect. It's super low. I'm going to be able to let this go and just quick attack down. That's another reason I really like quick attack on Diggersby, is because the flying types, I mean, quick attack is going to be neutral towards them, whereas Mudshot is going to be heavily resisted, right? So that's another good reason to have it. Out comes Chestnut. I do have the Fire Punch, though. So ultimately what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for the Fire Punch. It will not be enough to KO. I'm going to be able to quick attack down. I will have to shield. But even if my opponent has a Sky Attack with Noctowl, I'm going to be able to take it and get off a Fire Punch. And I don't think they do have it. Yeah, my opponent concedes there. And I'm going to be able to win that one. Good game, well played to my opponent. Tough team for this team for sure. Alright, so yeah, as I said, you never switch out. There's no reason to ever switch out of double, because you have another, I guess, fighting. It's not a fighting type, but like another fighting user, Body Slam spam user. No reason to switch out. At least I haven't found a reason to switch out. So again, I'm going to fake the Wild Charge. Do I have Wild Charge? No, but my opponent doesn't know that. But my opponent does not shield. But still, I mean, these Body Slams add up, right? So I'm going to be able to get off that right there. And I'm trying to get to another one. My opponent does throw an attack. I'm hoping I actually live this guy attack so I can get off another Body Slam. That would be really nice. And I barely live it. And I barely get it off. Double. Let's go. Wooloo is in GBL encounters now. So I do lose the switch, but that's okay because I'm going to be able to farm down and get a lot of energy with Vigoroth. Now, I do decide to shield this one. I guess you could have let it go, like I could have let it go, but I think it's worth preserving health. Vigoroth is great in this meta. Alright, so this is a mistake. I thought the Bulldoze. Body Slam makes more sense here because Bulldoze is just, even though it's super effective, it's just a bad move. So it would have made more sense to throw the Body Slam. But to be honest, it may have made just more sense just to switch out immediately instead of throwing any attack. But again, as I said, we all make mistakes. We all learn. This is a new team for me. And I'm going to go ahead and shield this, expecting the Earthquake. And it's actually a Fire Punch bait. I thought they would go straight Earthquake. So I'm going to go ahead and bait now with the Fire Punch. And because if they don't shield this, this will be enough to KO, and they do go ahead and shield it if it was an Earthquake. So my opponent is going to go ahead and fire off an attack. It's going to be an Earthquake, of course, makes sense. And I'm going to overfarm, and I overfarm a little bit too much. They win CMP because they got to the Fire Punch, so oopsies. But that's okay. I can go ahead and get off this Earthquake now. I should have thrown it when I got to it. So I wouldn't have had to take that Fire Punch. So now I'm going to switch into the Vigoroth right now. Yeah, this is where another mistake. Yeah, so at this point in time, I'm going for the Bulldoze because I knew Body Slam wouldn't KO. Whereas in this situation, Bulldoze would KO, but I don't make it. This is the game I throw. As you can see, multiple mistakes in this game. And now I can bring in Diggersby. And my opponent is going to be able to farm me down before I get to the Earthquake. So, multiple mistakes in that game, but again, that is okay. Good game to my opponent. Moving on, double into Galvantula. Okay, again, you still stay in this matchup. I basically, there was no reason to ever switch out. I'm going to go ahead and throw just before they get off lunge. I don't want to get debuffed before getting this off, of course. I'd rather get this off first. And I do survive this, so I will be able to make it to another Body Slam. Timing is everything when it comes to like Galvantula. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this Body Slam, which will be enough to KO or pick up a shield from my opponent. And my opponent just lets it go. I'll take that. Tropius is coming in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get off a Body Slam. It is a Razor Leaf Tropius. I go for the Body Slam because I'm expecting to get off two, but I'm not actually able to get off the second one, which is unfortunate. So I bring in my Vigoroth. Don't really want to take Razor Leaf damage. Yes, you have Fire Punch with Diggersby, but you don't want to take Razor Leaf damage. Not when it's that healthy, right? So my opponent switches out into Noctowl. So I'm going to go ahead and just stay in here. Again, like, you can take Razor Leaf. You can take with Diggersby, because Diggersby is so tanky. So I don't really have to switch out, at least not right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and stay in here. I mean, you don't really want Diggersby to go up against this Noctowl, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do a shield. I do decide to shield this one. It's going to be a Shadow Ball. Okay, I was actually really surprised that my opponent threw a Shadow Ball there, because Shadow Ball is double resisted. Maybe it was a misclick. But either way, I do go ahead and get off my Body Slam, and guess what? I'm going to be able to get off another one. You absolutely love to see it. I think that's a CMP tie. That will KO. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off this Body Slam and then switch into my Diggersby, because Diggersby can take a Leaf Blade. It can take Razor Leafs up until I get to a Fire Punch. Right. Actually, I think I just quick attack it down. But either way, Diggersby is just such a tank, right? Look at that. Like, I'm just going to be able to quick attack it down and take that win. Good game, well played to my opponent. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Huge shout out to my friend License to Draw, by the way. He did gift me that ticket to get that surfing pose, you know, like, whatever. Either way, what was that? That was a Macargo in the lead, right? So Macargo could be double Razor Leaf uses. I'm kind of thinking Victor Bell and Weeping Bell, since Weeping Bell came in. So the good thing about going up against, I'm actually going to shield this so I can get off a payback. Going up against the Macargo is the whole team does well against Macargo, right? You have the Diggersby with that Earthquake, you have the Vigoroth with the counter, and double with the double kick. So they actually let me get Switch. I did not expect that. I thought they were going to go ahead and shield, but I'll take Switch. And it is going to be Macargo, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Vigoroth right now. Expecting the switch. My opponent actually does not switch out, at least not yet. So I'm going to go ahead and let this go, and it is going to be that Victor Bell. Yep, I knew the Victor Bell would come in, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this Body Slam right now. And I'm going to be able to throw another body slam, which will be enough to KO or pick up a shield. Let's see what my opponent decides to do. They decide to shield it up. Now I'm going to bring in my Diggersby. And I get to the Fire Punch, but they get off their attack first. But again, I do survive it, especially since it is a Leaf Tornado. But even a Leaf Blade, I think I would survive that. But my opponent actually concedes, so I'm going to be able to take that one. So, yeah, kind of predicting the team double Razor Leaf. Kind of like a grasshole. I guess it is grasshole, like you would see in the Great League with Bastiodon. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Double into Glaciopod. Now, all three of my Pokemon double resist Shadow Claw, which is really good. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Payback right now into the Crustle. So there we go. Now I go into Diggersby. Excuse me. So basically with Diggersby, I want to get off a Fire Punch. I do Overfarm though, allowing them to get off another attack. And so they do get off another attack, but I'm going to continue to Overfarm. And I do get off this Fire Punch, which will be enough to KO. There's no way my opponent's going to shield this because I'm going to be able to win this matchup anyway. So my opponent just lets it go. And now out comes this Glaciopod. I use Glaciopod was a lot of fun to use, I'm not going to lie. I really enjoyed using it. Fire Punch is neutral because it's a water and bug typing. I'm going to go ahead and throw another one. And there we go. Very nice. Now my opponent will throw an attack. Liquidation should KO me at this point, but that's totally fine. Diggersby did its job. I don't want to reveal Vigoroth quite yet. I bring in my Dubwool. Do I shield this one? I don't want to take a liquidation. No, I let it go. It's actually X-Scissor. Gotta learn the counts in some of these new Pokemon, like Glaciopod. I'm going to go ahead and throw this Body Slam into the Glaciopod. We do see a shield there. I think I knew this was an X-Scissor, so I let it go. It is an X-Scissor, and okay, I saw the electric type come in. I didn't see what Pokemon it was, so I just do the Body Slam, and it's a Charger Bug. So now I can bring in Vigoroth. I still have 2 shields. We're looking pretty good here. I'm gonna go ahead and let this go. Just gonna be an X-Scissor. I still have 2 shields, but I'm feeling like I didn't need to shield that. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Body Slam right now. And I do pick up a shield. Getting off another Body Slam, absolutely incredible. And that will get it low. And I think this one I definitely shield, right? Yeah, I do shield that. I think they get to another one as well. Yeah, they have another one, so I'm going to go ahead and shield this, and I'll be able to farm down. I can take an X-Scissor, but I'm going to go ahead and shield it. And now out comes this Glaciopod, and the Body Slam will pick up the knockout against the Glaciopod. And that is going to be a great game, very well played to my opponent. But yeah, I'm going to be able to take that one. Yeah, this team I just kept on winning with this team. It's crazy. It kept on doing so well. Okay, Venusaur. Okay, I mean, this is kind of rough, but yeah, you gotta, as I said, you stay in against everything. Like, no matter what it is. If there's a Vigoroth in the lead, you're staying in. You're staying in against everything. So Dubwool is going to go ahead and go for this attack right now. And okay, I do get off another one, which will be enough to KO unless if my opponent decides to shield it up. And my opponent will decide to shield it up. And I actually get off another one, which is amazing. So very nice. Will my opponent shield this? I do believe they do. They have energy. They do. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let the Dubwool go. And I'm going to farm down with Vigoroth. And I'm going to have to shield because my opponent has another attack, or they're going to get to it. And he has the next Frenzy Plant. It will do a tremendous amount of damage. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this one up. And I'm going to go for that farm down, but my opponent actually switches into Azu. So I'm going to go ahead and go for this attack right now, this Body Slam. Just want to do Body Slam spams. Now, of course, I don't know what attacks they have. Do they have Hydro Pump, Play Rough, Ice Beam? Which combination do they have? I'm going to go ahead and go for that Body Slam, trying to get to another one. And I do get to another one. Going to get it really low. Very nice indeed. And yeah, I just stay in and sacrifice the Vigoroth. If it's Hydro Pump, it will KO, and it is Hydro Pump. So I can bring in my Diggersby and go for the quick attack down, and I do get it. Now I do have to be careful because whatever's coming, I don't know what's coming in, at the point of battling, but I know they have a possible catch with Venusaur, right? And it's going to be Noctowl. So when I saw the Noctowl, I was like, this is probably not happening, right? But we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and take this Sky Attack. Not that I have a choice. I could take more Sky Attacks. I just have to watch out because I can't afford to lose any energy, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Fire Punch. Go for another Fire Punch. I do get these Fire Punch attacks fast. If I had Mud Shot, probably would lose this. But, and, okay, I think that might have been a CMP. I do survive this, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. Again, I have no choice. I have no shields. But I do go ahead and survive that, of course, and I get off the Fire Punch. And another Fire Punch after the quick attacks will KO. Yep, there's the possible catch, and I have the Fire Punch, and it should KO the Noctowl. So I'm actually going to be able to take this crazy. But if I had Mud Shot, I would have lost this. So I'm going to be able to win that. Good game. Well played to my opponent. Definitely a tough one, but we're able to overcome it. Good game. Good game. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Double into Munchlax. Great matchup because I do double resist licks if they have lick, but they do not. They have tackle, so but that's fine. I can still stay in here. I'm going to be, I mean, as I said, you stay in with everything. Body Slam. And I charge up. I'm going to go ahead and go for 2 Body Slams. I do go for 1 right now. And I only get a great there, but whatever. I think I only got a great. I'm going to go ahead and go for another one. Yeah, it sometimes happens when I'm talking to chat. I'm not always paying attention. No excuses or anything. I'm just saying it happens sometimes. Sometimes I might miss an excellent because of that, and whatever. It doesn't matter to me. So I go ahead and go for the bicep. I didn't see that catch at the time into Vigoroth, but I'll take that damage into the Vigoroth. I am up a shield, which is good. My opponent is 1 ahead of me, but I'm going to go ahead and shield this. I don't want to foam up too much because I don't want to take the counter damage. So I'm going to go ahead, maybe go for a little bit of a farm up and then go for this Body Slam, which will be enough to KO. Very nice indeed. Pidgeot is coming in. So I do go for this Body Slam right now into the Pidgeot. See if my opponent wants to shield. They do want to shield. Usually you do get the shield from the first one. Now, if it's a Brave Bird, it KOs me. I was debating on shielding. I let it go. It's a Feather Dance. I switch out immediately. So does my opponent. So at this point, what I'm going to do is just farm down with Quick Attack and have multiple Fire Punches against the Pidgeot. So again, I'm going to be able to beat another Flying type with Diggersby. Diggersby is so bulky. Bulldoze, Tickles. Here comes the Fire Punch. Yeah, just throw these Fire Punch attacks into the Pidgeot. Throw another one. No problem at all. So I get that damage off. Trying to get to another one. And we see MP tie. I think I let this go, actually. If it's a Brave Bird, I'll be able to win with Vigoroth. If it's a Feather Dance, it's not going to KO, and I win with Diggersby. So I win regardless, and I go for the Fire Punch and KO that. That's going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. Excuse me. Alright, let's move on to the next battle. Double into Magcargo. Great matchup. We love seeing Magcargo because this whole team does well against it. So out comes Vigoroth. I think I throw the Body Slam and then switch into my own Vigoroth. I think that's what I do. But again, I kind of would almost rather get... Let's see. Do I shield this? I might actually shield. No, I don't. I think I'd rather get... yeah, at this point, I'd rather get... shield advantage because I know my whole team is going to do well against that Magcargo. So I'm not really worried about losing switching. I'm just going to let my Vigoroth go. I'm not going to invest the shield, and I'm going to double kick down with Double. So I let that go, and then I bring in the Double right now. Well, waiting out the switch time a little bit, but I do bring it in. And I don't expect the Magcargo because they switched out to begin with, but it's Obstagoon. It's double weak to double kick, so this is great. I knew this game was going to be over at this point in time because this is a great match. I'm just going to invest the shield here. I'll be able to get off another Body Slam. The double kick's really adding up, right? My opponent's whole team is weak to fight. Well, my opponent's whole team is weak to fighting. So is mine, though. But either way, this is looking really good. Now I can go ahead and switch into my Diggersby. And my opponent will concede that game. And that's going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. And I think we have one more. Let's see how this battle goes. Double into Dugard. Okay. It's okay. I mean, yeah, we're doing super effective damage with double kick. But they, of course, also have Icy Wind. However, I'm going to fake the Wild Charge, right? I'm going to throw in CMP. I know double wins CMP, so I'm going to fake the Wild Charge. Usually you get the shield because they want to debuff you first. But it's better to throw Body Slam than Payback, because if you throw Payback, they know you don't have Wild Charge. Now I could still have Wild Charge, right? My opponent doesn't know. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw another Body Slam. And, you know, if it's Wild Charge, they might want to shield. They do not shield. I kind of didn't think they would, but that's okay. Again, not going to invest shields here. Icy Wind, that's totally fine. And I go for the Payback now because I can only get off one attack. At least I think I could only get off one, so I'm going to go for the Payback, and I go down, and I'm going to bring in Vigoroth, and I'm counting, and they just got to the next move, I believe. Okay, Whimsicott. Yeah, don't want to take the grass attacks with my Digger's Beast, so definitely staying in. I'm going to go ahead and invest a shield here. It's going to be Moonblast. I get off the Body Slam. And this Body Slam is going to not connect because my opponent will shield. Let's see if 2 Body Slams will be enough to KO. I'm going to go ahead and go for 1 Body Slam right now. And it's going to be close. I do get off another one. Will this be enough to KO? I think it is barely enough to KO. As it is very nice, and now out comes Noctowl. So we're looking really good here. I can just throw Body Slams. Yeah, I mean, get this as low as I can with Vigoroth, and then Digger's Beak can clean up, right? So, going to be able to shield this one up. And it's going to be a Sky Attack, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, might as well shield it up. I'm going to be able to throw this Body Slam with the Vigoroth. And that will connect, and yeah, I mean, I honestly, like, okay, yeah, this does KO, but I could just quick attack down. I was going to say I'm going to win with Vigoroth, but no, that will KO, and I'll just quick attack down. That's going to be a great game, very well played to my opponent. Yeah, you can see how powerful this team is. Yeah, basically, as I mentioned multiple times, he's staying with the lead no matter what. Great team. Thank you so much, Bubblemouse, for the suggestion. I had a lot of fun with it. And we still have time for the Summer Cup. I mean, leagues are changing by the time you're watching this video, but we still have time. And I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.